So behind me is our 1984 Maserati Biturbo project. For those of you guys that have been watching the channel for a while, first of all, thank you guys so much for watching. And you guys will remember that this car has been engine swapped with a Toyota 3S GE Beams engine with a Garrett G25 turbo upgrade. So a few weeks ago, I made a YouTube short where we got this car running for the very first time. And since then, we have put in more work to get this car to where we can drive it. Before we go for our first test drive, I'm gonna show you guys some footage that I have to show you guys how we got to this point. So Martin and Steven spent some time together making clutch lines for the car. Of course, we are using our custom 6-puck sprung clutch from Custom Clutches. One of the major differences for this exhaust system is that we are actually using a resonator in the middle as well as a muffler at the end. This should quiet the car down and also bring the tone down a little bit, which makes the car better for street use. Now this next part, a lot of you guys have asked about in the past with the Beams engine is what do we do with the throttle cable? Of course, in this car, we are using our 3S GE Beams to B series throttle body adapter with the Skunk 2 Alpha 70mm throttle body. And this is what Martin does for the throttle cable.
So we got quite a few plumbing done. Today, I'm gonna focus on making a bracket for the throttle. I am utilizing Nissan 240SX throttle cables. Found these two eyelets underneath the intake manifold, which seem to be a good bracket location right here. And this throttle cable comes up like that. I can make a little support for this and a gusset. So it's actually gonna turn out to be a really simple bracket. So paper template, this piece, goes right in here like so. Pretty simple little bracket. Okay, the bracket is painted and bolted on. So let's give it a try. Okay. Looks like it's working smooth.
The next thing I want to show you guys is that Steve made these really cool CNC machined end tanks for the intercooler system, and Martin went ahead and welded those on.
You are not paralyzed! I am so paralyzed!
So the last thing I want to show you guys before we go and test drive the car is how we achieved the silver effect on the top of our valve cover.
And now we just have the last part of what has to be done to make this. All of these raised letters are designed to be silver. And so what we have to do now is basically machine off the top of both of these pieces. And first I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this. Now that our oil cap is finished, the next part that I'm going to machine on is the actual center cover for the coils. And you can see the center cover for the coils is slightly raised from the rest of the, that's what the coils themselves, the actual plugs have clearance. And I don't want this piece to actually like be touching the actual coil plug. So we're going to go ahead and take this over to the machine, and I have a double-sided fixture plate, which is what we used to machine the second operation. And I've left these holes threaded. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and go over there and bolt this onto a fixture plate, and then we'll machine the top of it off.
So now that you guys are all cut up, let's go test drive this thing. What do you think of it? That's all we need to know.
The car drives great. It goes on boost, makes all the right noises. I'm super happy about it. I couldn't be more thankful for Steve and Martin for building such an amazing machine.